What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for the 7th and final installment in the Molten Man Build-A-Figure Marvel Legends Spider-Man Far From Home wave of action figures. We are here to take a look at Spider-Woman. You can see there on the right, we also have the Spider-Woman from a previous wave. And the wave escapes me now. I can't even think. I can't even remember what wave that was. It's from a while ago, a few years ago at least. A few waves enough ago for it to be rather expensive to get a hold of this figure. But we will save that comparison for later. We are here to look at this particular Spider-Woman here. As you can see, the Molten Man Build-A-Figure piece is here are absolutely massive. Number 5, torso. That's why. She comes with the torso of the Molten Man. Is that there? In focus. Torso pieces. And here's the description they give of her. This is, in fact, a different person. This is Julia Carpenter. Secret government experiment, which is a different character than, I think. I forget now. I don't recall, to be honest. But that's neither here nor there, because what we really are interested in is the figure. That's what we're interested in. So this is, in fact, Julia Carpenter, and this is Jessica Drew. So they are, in fact, different people in the comic books. But let's take a look. Let's get in here. Let's review this figure. And then our next video will be the assembly and the review of the Molten Man Build-A-Figure. Let's just go ahead here. I was ready for it this time. I didn't let it drop. I remembered it was going to drop and make a lot of noise. Look at this. There's a modification of this that I saw on Facebook where people are embedding LEDs inside so that it lights up. I love that idea. I might try that. It depends on if I can easily assemble and disassemble the torso. That's my only concern. But we'll get there when we get there. So here she is. She just comes with one simple piece of webbing and a hand swap. Let's get her out of the package. It looks to be the same sculpt as the Jean Grey from the Juggernaut wave. Certainly the same hand here. I don't recognize this hand. I don't know where Hasbro has used this hand before. The feet are different though, flat feet, but most of the details appear to be the same. Let's get her standing and then we'll take a closer look. So here she is, standing on her own, which is always nice when a figure can stand on its own. Let's get this hand out of here. Probably going to be hard to see on a white background, but if we stick it right in front of her, you can see. So there's her hand, right hand, shooting out some webbing. On the white background, you're not going to see much of that if I was to swap it in. But there it is, if you're curious. Interesting webbing power. It's like a big ball of goop. Yeah, there you go. You can see the detail in it. Like a big ball of goop, and then it turns into webbing somehow. Not really sure on the physics of that one, but hey, that's why you read comic books. You don't read comic books for the physics, you read comic books for the story and the adventure and the action. Nicely sculpted hair. This is a new hair sculpt, it would appear. I'm not familiar with any figures that already have this hairstyle. I do like it. I like this figure because I think it'd be pretty easy to customize this into one of the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, that mini series that they did. Oh, you know what? I also like how they did the hair sculpting here. They left lots of room for her to turn her head without having to fight the hair. That's fantastic. And the hair is not super hard. The plastic has quite a bit of give in it, which is very nice. Very, very much like that. She can't look up because of the hair, but I'm sure she can look down. Oh, there we go. That's a bit excessive, but whatever. Demonstrating. We do get an ab rocker as opposed to an ab crunch. The arms, oh, my hands are dirty from camping. Just got back today. Can go out 90 degrees. Am I already getting paint rubs? What? Was that already there, or did I just mess it up? Single jointed elbows, which is what we're used to on our female Marvel Legends. This new hand, new to me, I'm not familiar with it. Maybe it's come with another figure before. Seems to have a bent finger, unfortunately. Articulates this way, and of course has a pivot to it. Yeah, this hand is from Jean Grey, the same hand. Maybe they've used it before Jean Grey, I don't know. Yeah, maybe like Scarlet Witch, the old Allfather version. Hips, not so good on the hip articulation. That's okay, but not a lot of motion there. Can kick forward just fine, can kick back only so far. Are we in focus? There we go. Can only kick back so far. We do get a thigh cut, nice and stiff. We do get double jointed knees, as we're used to. We do get toe pointing. Oh, look at this. Can you see the paint? Can you see the issues with the paint here? See that? It looks like there's like a flesh tone. Some bleed through from something else. But as you saw, she came out of the package clean. Like, I didn't do anything to this figure. I didn't put it, like, I literally just took it out of the package, and that's the quality of the paint application. Should be easy to fix. I know I can just use some white, but even if you touch it up, you got to be good at it, because it'll be obvious that you touched it up if you're not good at it. And the toes, not too far up. Can't point too far up. Okay, there we go. There she is. This is Julia Carpenter as Spider-Woman. I thought there was a defect on her face, but it was just a little speck of dust or something. Just gonna get her standing here, I hope. Yep, there we go. We'll bring it back out, and we'll bring in the other Spider-Woman figure that we have to compare her with. I just knocked my stand, that's okay. Let's get her standing. Very different approaches to these two different figures. They are different characters, though. So that's okay. I'm not familiar with Julia Carpenter in the comic books. I am familiar with Jessica here from the comic books. But the figures are very different. I'm sorry, I had her in a nice dynamic pose, and I didn't think to prep and take her out of that pose beforehand. But there they are, side by side. Oh look, their right hands are the same hands even. They like this hand a lot. I think even MJ from the 2-pack has the same right hand. So it looks like nothing is the same on these two figures except the hand. Oh, maybe the feet too. Okay, we've got this. No, the feet are different. Legs are all different. Hips, clearly different. Torsos, midsections are different. Upper torsos are different. I know it's just a nicer way of saying it, but you know what I'm saying. Upper torsos. Not a lot of similarities. Basically none. But I guess if you can't get your hands on this Spider-Woman here on the right, which is a lot more older, obviously, because it's an older figure. This one's not bad. This one is certainly a good figure to have in your Spider-Man collection. But there you go. That is the new Spider-Woman figure just released in the Molten Man Build-A-Figure wave of action figures. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave a comment below which Spider-Woman you would choose if you could only choose one. And tell me why in the comments below. But yeah, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys in the next video when we put together the Molten Man Build-A-Figure. Be excellent to each other, and we will see you next time.